Well, hello, good evening and welcome back to my channel. My name is Faye and this is Fairy Floss Creates, a channel all about cross stitch and all the other crafty things that I get up to. So this is FlossTube number 68. It's the 30th of January 2023 and I think tonight's video is mostly cross stitch. I've got a couple of little things to brush upon, but to be honest, most of this video will be my FlossTube cross stitchy update. It's been 2 weeks since I last saw you, or actually just under 2 weeks since I last saw you. I am feeling quite a lot better now. My voice still isn't quite back for singing, but I am getting there gradually. I think I'm just going to have to not join the choir this term, which is such a shame, but I can't sing. I can't quite do that yet. So it is what it is. That means I guess that I've got another evening in the week that can be devoted to stitching and crafts. So, you know, all is not lost in my creative life. So what have I got to share tonight? I've got a new start, I've got a few whips, and I've got a bit of haul. It's not going to be a long, okay, I say this every time, don't I? It's not going to be a long video, but I'm sure that it might be longer than I say. So let's start with my one new start. So I think I showed you in the last video that my fabric had arrived for the lovely temperature birds, and so I have made a tiny start on this, not as much as I was hoping I would get done, because I have had other things to do as well. However, I have made a start, which is always the first step, isn't it, on something like this? So yeah, I've stitched some of the outlines and I've got a lot more to get through, but I am gradually going to build this up. And this is January so far of my temperature birds. So yeah, I've got a lot of catching up to do. I will probably work on this a little bit during the week as well, and this might be a project for the half-term holidays, just to kind of get up early in the morning, sit down and just get all those little birds ready to go. Once you're caught up, I think it's fine, then you can keep gradually building it, but it's just that whole the fact that I was a bit late starting it anyway because I was waiting for the fabric to arrive. It's quite a big thing to do, but there's no rush. I've got all my temperatures. I can just do them whenever I please, and let's hope there'll be a bit more on there next time you see it. So that is my one and only new start. A lot of other things have tempted me, but I'm trying to rein it in a little bit at the moment and just focus on a few pieces that have been going for quite some time. So oh, everything's a bit stuck, hang on. My next whip I'm going to show you is December Down Under by Lindy Stitches. This has now become my workpiece. I take it into school with me and I stitch it before school if I've arrived early, and I stitch it in my lunch break as well, which is quite nice. It's good to do. And I've actually made a lot of progress on this since you last saw it. So turn it round. Since you last saw, I think last time you saw it, it was just this bottom bit. So now I've added all the little wavy bits on here. I call them shark fins, they're like sharks. I've added the feet and I've worked halfway up the, this is a cassowary. This is going to be a bird when it's done. I've worked halfway up his body, and today I decided to have a rest from his body and do his scarf as well, which is coming out really nicely. So yeah, that is my progress so far on my Lindy Stitches December Down Under. That, yeah, it is, this is for Stitcher Lynn, or the Lancashire Stitchers seasonal sale. So she not request. She suggests, sorry, not request, suggests. So she suggests that you do about 30 minutes a day on it. So that's probably what I am getting in at work, just before work and in my lunch break as well, which is quite nice because I don't quite get the lunch hour that others might be privileged to, but I still find a little bit of time to get some stitching in. So that is my first bit. Not got lots to show you today. It has been a busy 2 weeks. I've had a lot of advent. Now we're better from the vid. We've had a lot of exciting adventures at the weekends, so I haven't been as like stuck at home and stitching, which has been lovely actually. It's been nice to get out. So my next whip, I don't think I've done much on this since you last saw it actually. Not quite sure what the progress is on here, but this is Nutcracker Village. I'm working on the Sugar Plum Fairy Sweet Shop, and I think I have now, since you last saw it, finished off around the door frame, started building on there, and I think I may have added the snow as well since last time. So tiny bit of I was kind of thinking, oh, I'll get one done a month and I'll get this done in January. But as there's only a day and a half, well, a day left in January now, that's potentially not happening. But that's okay. I'll carry it on. I'll do it a little by little. I do enjoy working on this piece. I do like using the Classic Colourworks threads. I really like using those. It's hard stitching on this. This is why it's hard stitching on the fabric. I'm using opalescent linen. I think it's a linen. Yeah, an opalescent linen, and sometimes, yeah, it's just a bit too hard to see the holes, and you've got to just choose a certain time of day and lighting to actually enjoy working on it. But it's coming on. Would be nice to get that done for this Christmas. So I will plod right on with that. I'll just pop that over here. Okay, and then the last thing I've worked on these last couple of weeks, I got this out on Friday night, and I've been working on this over the weekend, and I've made a bit of progress on this actually, and I've really got into it more than what I thought. I find sometimes mirabilias look amazing when they're done, but they're quite, I don't know, I just find some of them a bit blocky to stitch, or a little bit, there's too many colour changes. I think as well with mirabilia, I find the charts are quite hard to follow, because by the time you've like done your working copy and chopped it into like tons of jigsaw bits, you've got to keep figuring out where you're working from. But however, this is Shimmering Mermaid. This is what Shimmering Mermaid looks like when she's finished, although, you know, she looks 20 times better in real life than on the little piece of paper you get. And this is where I'm up to now with her. So I think last time you saw her, I had the purple bit done and then just a little bit of this done as well. But this weekend, I did some of the cry neck, which I enjoyed more than what I thought. I had a bit of a traumatic time with metallic thread when I was working on a wedding sampler during lockdown, and I'm not sure if it was cry neck or not. It came in a bothy thread kit and it drove me absolutely up the wall. So I was kind of trying to avoid the cry neck in this, but then I thought, you know what, just go for it. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm just stitching it really, really slowly, just really taking my time so I don't mess anything up, because I don't want to start unpicking cry neck either. And yeah, I'm really happy. It's coming together. You can see how she's like inspired by Klimt, with all Gustav Klimt, with all these different patterns and squares and sort of geometric styles. So yeah, I've enjoyed working on this, and I'm gonna keep it, well, I might keep it out and do some more over the next couple of days. And that is me whips. So it's not a great deal, but considering I do work full time and I've had a pretty decent social life for the last couple of weeks, then that's what I've done. Just pop this back in here, and then what shall we move on to? Okay, so other crafts that I've been up to this week. Not much on the embroidery slow stitch front, though I do have a little bit of haul to show you regarding that in a bit. Also, I'm going to my art course on Tuesday evenings, and you may have seen on Facebook that I had, not Facebook, on Instagram, that I have got a piece of artwork displayed at an exhibition, which is quite exciting. So I might pop a little picture of that up here now to show you what I've done. It's my oil pastel bird that I did last term, and before the holidays we were asked if we wanted to display something, so I selected that to put up. So it's quite nice. I was quite proud to see my work just up on the wall around everybody else's. So I took Luke at the weekend to come and see it as well, and yeah, really happy with that. And I'm still going on the course. It's beginners painting and drawing, and it's really nice because it teaches you lots of different skills, lots of different mediums. And a couple of weeks ago she said have a project to focus on, and she suggested cityscapes to the group, but because that's what Luke does all the time, I just kind of didn't want to do cityscapes because I felt like it was somebody else's, and I didn't really know what to do, and I was pondering about it. And then a couple of weekends ago I did a sketch of Marley, and I quite enjoyed drawing him. And then I just thought, you know what, on my Instagram account I've got all these cats that I spotted during lockdown in 2020, and I thought, oh, do you know what, that would make a good project. So I ended up doing one of the cats in oil pastel at the class last week, and then I thought, well, do you know what, this will now be my project. Lockdown Kitties is going to be my art project. So I'm not going to show you anything because I'm going to work on it a bit more, and then in a few weeks time maybe I'll just do a video dedicated to that, to my art school project, because I am really enjoying it now and getting into it. I've been doing a lot of research, so yeah, that has took up a bit of stitchy time as well, but it's still creative time and we're here to create. So that's me for other crafts thing. Oh, and journaling. I've been catching up with my journals as well. I'm quite enjoying writing every day and practicing that. It's developing, so there will be a video soon, I think, on my journals and its development as well. So that brings us to haul. I have not got much. We only got paid a few days ago, so I've got lots of nice things on the way. They haven't arrived yet. If they arrive this week, I might do a little bonus video towards the end of the week. But otherwise, let me show you what I do have. So firstly, I have received my fabric for, do I want to get this out on? No, I'm not going to get it out just yet because I don't want to like get it dirty or anything. This is the fabric that I'm going to be stitching Magwayan on. That's Magwayan by Bella Filipina. I'll just pop a picture up there. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it plastered all over Instagram, Facebook, everything. But that's what it is. And this is Bridget's Garden by Chromatic Alchemy. And I just thought the colours were so gorgeous. I played around on the fabric chooser, and this is the one that I fell in love with. So this is 28 count even weave plain, and it's Bridget's Garden by Chromatic Alchemy. So I really want to start Magwayan, but I'm just trying to rein it in a bit because I've got so many other things on the go. I might save her and make her maybe a Wrexham start when I go to the retreat. Not sure. Or I might just start her next week, who knows with me. I've also got, this is quite crinkly actually, relating to my camphor stitching, I found this really lovely website called Is it going to tell me what it's called? No, I did have a leaflet. It's called, I think it's called Out of the Blue. I'm not sure. Once I figured it out, I'll pop it in the comments below. And they do all these scraps of vintage materials, and they also have lots of scraps of Indian materials. So this is going to crinkle, but there's no way I'm getting all this out. I bought 3 packets of all these gorgeous Indian fabrics in so many different colours, and they were on special offer, buy 2 packs and get 1 free. So I just thought, you know, that's going to be so nice around my Cantha elephants to just elaborate it and decorate it and just make it a really lovely wall hanging. So yeah, that was my little fabric haul from there. Definitely use them again. Oh, got it. Love Me Blue it's called. Love Me Blue. They're a little online company and they've got amazing stuff, so go check them out. They're very noisy. I'll pop those over there. And what else did I get for my haul? I got some books and magazines as well, so I'll just share those with you. Last weekend we went charity shopping in this lovely place called Turnham Green, which is West London, and I managed to pick up this book here called Crazy with Cotton. It's a proper retro quilting book, and it's all about sort of quilting your memories, and like some of them are like t-shirts that have been cut up, and what else, like holiday t-shirts, like children's bed sheets, that kind of thing. And it's just a really fun book all about quilting, the hobby that I keep saying I'm gonna get into and I haven't quite got there yet. Like that's made out of all like plaid flannel and stuff. So yeah, it's quite a retro book, but it's so fun. Look at that. Oops, don't look at that then. There we go. Fruit medley, and it's been fussy cut, so there's like lots of little fruits in the middle of every square. So I'm looking forward one day in my life to getting this out and getting some inspiration from it. And yesterday I swung by WH Smith's and had a bit of a magazine haul, and I picked up Crafts Beautiful, which is quite a nice magazine sometimes. I picked it up because it's actually got a 100 plus bonus wedding downloads, which I've not checked out yet, but yeah, I'd quite like to see what's on there because, you know, might be planning a wedding soon. And there's a few other nice things in here as well. It's quite a uplifting book. There's like a lot of it's papercraft, which isn't quite me, but then there's always nice things like candle holders and stuff like that, so I'm sure I'll get some inspo from there. And then this is like my new favourite magazine. This is Stitch magazine, and it only comes out I think about 6 times a year, and look how gorgeous that goldwork fish is on the front. They're really quite advanced patterns in here. They're all from like I think they're from the Embroiderers Guild or something like that, so they're all pretty good like high-end patterns, and they take a lot of work. Like the instructions for this goldwork one, there are 8, if you look there, there's 80 steps to finish this whole pattern, so it's very thorough. But I see it and I just think, God, I'd love to stitch some of the things out of here. So I've got a few back issues as well, so it'd be quite nice to go through them one day and look at what I can actually stitch from there. And as my skills evolve, I've got a nice little library of projects to come back to and stitch on, because yeah, goldwork is something that I've proper got my eye on at the moment. So that was my haul. I've got some more on the way, and let's get on to February plans. So I heard that there's a thing called full coverage February, and that sounds quite exciting. I'm not very good normally at these themed months like Jolly July and Sampler September and all that. But I'm kind of thinking, as I've now got 3 full coverages on the go, one much further than the other 2, and I've got another one waiting in the wings. I've got the fabric. That gives me 4 full coverage pieces for the 4 weeks of February. And there's a lot of F's going on there. I'm winning the alliteration competition right now. And I just think that I might have a go. So I've got fortune teller, I've got the cat alphabet, I've got reading time, and I've also got Starry Night to start. So I might try and devote as much as I can of February to those 4 pieces. Now, I might have to detract from that a bit because I am going away a couple of times, and there's no way I'm taking like 200 or 80 or whatever it is threads with me somewhere. I'm going to take something small when I travel. But for the time that I'm spending at home, I think I'm going to get a load of stitches in on my 4 almost full coverage pieces. And so I'm quite enjoying this full coverage malarkey at the moment, and I have been watching a lot of FlossTubers that are quite devoted to their full coverage, who I'm going to talk about now. The first one is My Daily Hate, and she's a lovely American woman who does lots of really nice full coverage pieces. The second one is Stitching in Colours. Again, she's got some lovely heads on the go. And the third person, who I'm watching quite a lot at the moment, and she has given me a couple of shout outs, so I'm going to do the same for her as well, is Jeep Girl Stitches. And she's got some really cool projects on the go as well. So I am going to just pop those names in the comments below, and do go to their channels and do check them out and see all the fun stuff they do. So that, I think, is me wrapping up for my end of January update. We've got 2 days left this month, and no, we've not. Why do I keep saying that? We've got 1 day left, to be fair. And I've got lots of nice things planned in the next week. We're going away at the weekend. I'm going to film a couple of videos hopefully this week and get them up as well. I've got a little Zoom meeting later on. The next Show Up and Stitch, if you fancy coming, is on the 19th of February. And my next FlossTube update will probably be, it won't be the Monday night because I'm away, so it'll either be the Tuesday the 14th or the Wednesday the 15th. So until then, have a great week, keep smiling, keep stitching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.